Welcome to Cozy How To, your place for a snuggly warm learning experience. This is lesson number 5 for the Ecwid Shopping Cart software, and in this lesson I'm going to talk about how to set up a destination zone in relationship with the tax attribute. And if you watched lesson number 4, you should already be familiar with what a destination zone is. And if you are familiar with what a destination zone is, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that you want to do is make sure that you're logged into the Ecwid Shopping Cart panel, and if you are, in the upper right hand corner of your screen, you want to click on the text that says System Settings. So let's go ahead and left click on that. And to the far left corner of your screen, you'll see a list of options. In this case, you'll see General, Zones, Shipping, Taxes, and so on. And you want to click on the text that says Zones. So let's go ahead and left click on that. And when you click on that, beneath it, you'll see the text that says Destination Zones, indicating that this is the page to edit destination zones. Now beneath that, you'll see two buttons, one that says New Zone, which will allow you to create new zone names, and then you'll see the Delete button that'll allow you to delete an existing zone. So let's take a look at the different zone names. Beneath that, you'll see United States, US and Canada, Europe, and Michigan, and these are the different zone names. And if you left click on any of the zone names, they will highlight blue, indicating that that particular zone is selected. So we're going to go ahead and left click on United States because that's the zone that we want to go ahead and edit. And with that zone selected, to the right of that, you'll see the word zone name. And then to the right of zone name, you'll see a text box that you can click inside and you can change the name of that zone. In this case, I'm going to leave it set to United States. Now beneath that, you'll see three buttons, one that says Add Country, which will allow you to add additional countries for this zone. You'll see an Add Region button, which will allow you to add a region, and within that region it will add any countries that exist inside that region. Clear List will allow you to clear any countries that you have listed. So let's take a look at the table beneath that. You'll see a table that says countries, and then it'll list the different countries that you have within this given zone. Okay, in this case it lists 3 different countries. Now if we wanted to clear this list out and start from scratch, we would just click the Clear List button. And if I left click that, you'll see that it clears out any existing countries. So let's go ahead and click the Add Country button. If we click Add Country, we'll get a menu that pops up, and we can click inside the filter text box here, and we can type in any information that we want, and it will bring up an existing country. So in this case, I'm going to type United. And if I type in the word United, you'll see any countries that have the word United in it. So I'll select United States, and I'll select the other one, and then I'll click the Add Country button. So let's go ahead and click on that, and you'll see that in this table beneath it says United States, and then it lists the other option as well for the countries. So let's go ahead and click Clear List again and clear that out, and this time we're going to click on Add Region. And if we left click on Add Region, you'll see that it shows and hides the options for Add Regions. So make sure that that's showing, and then we're going to click on the option that says North America. And if you left click on that, you'll see that in our table below, it now shows all the countries that are related to North America, or for that given region. Okay, so that's how you add different countries using these 3 buttons up here, or removing the countries in the case of the Clear List button. So let's now take a look at the options to the right of this particular area. And you'll see that in this menu dialog that it says Add State, Add Region, and Clear List. So if we click on the Add State button, we'll get a pop-up menu, and then we'll be able to select, or we can type in this particular search box here, the state that we want to look up. In this case, I'm just going to choose a random state, maybe the first 3 here in this list. And it's filtered by the United States. If you look at the drop-down menu up here where it says Filter, it's filtered by the US. So if I click Add States, it's going to add those 3 states to the table here that you see, and it says Alabama, Alaska, and Arizona for the different states. If we click the Clear List button, it's going to clear out those options just like it did for the countries. Now if we click on Add Region, you'll see that again it shows and hides the regions. And if we select for example United States as one of the regions, it's going to add all the states, and actually you have to scroll down so that you can see that. You'll see that it adds all the states within the region of the United States. So it's going to list all those different states as you can see here in this list. So let's go ahead and scroll back up, and then click on the clear list button and clear that list out again. So I think you generally have the concepts of how to add, different countries and how to add different states individually or by region. And actually in this case, I don't even think it will be necessary to add the states since we have the different countries, because the countries are going to include all of the states. Okay. Now, if for some odd reason you wanted to add a state that is not within the United States, you could do that also by clicking on one of the options that are for add region. So if I clicked on Argentina, which is the first option here in the add region list, it's going to add all the states. If you scroll down here, you'll see all the different states that are related to Argentina. But obviously you would not want to do that when you give the zone name a title of United States, because Argentina would not be included. But at least I wouldn't recommend doing that. You can, do it however you want to, but highly recommend that you make a relevant zone name. So let's go ahead and click on the button that says clear list and clear out that list. So now that we have that set, let's go ahead and click on the save button in the upper right hand corner of our screen. So now that we have that saved, let's go ahead and click on taxes in the upper left hand corner of our screen. And once you find that, go ahead and left click it, and that will take us to the taxes page. So just like with the other page in the administration panel, you'll see the word taxes, and then beneath that you'll see two options: the new tax button to create a new tax, and the delete button to delete an existing tax. Okay, and beneath that we're going to see a option here that says new tax 1, and this is indicating that we have that selected because it's blue, just like with the other option in the administration panel. And to the right of that, we can set up the tax name. In this case, it's called new tax 1. If you wanted to, you could click in that box and you could change it to whatever you want. In this case, I'll change it to USA. And then you also have an option to enable it for all products. So that means that this tax name can be used for any of the products that you have in your shopping administration panel. Okay, or your shopping store, I should say. The next thing that you'll have beneath that is tax applies to. And if you wanted to, you can apply the tax to only the subtotal, or if you left click in this drop down menu, you have the option to apply it to both the subtotal plus the shipping. In this case, I'm going to leave it to subtotal. The other option that you have is include tax and product prices. So if you wanted to, by default, you can include the tax and the product prices. The next thing that you want to look at is zones defined by. In this case, it's set to shipping address. Okay, but if you left click on that drop down menu, you also have the option to set it to billing address. So you can decide which one you want to set it to. In this case, I'm going to leave it set to shipping address. The next thing that you want to look at is the new rate button. And if we left click on the new rate button, it creates a option under this table where it says zone. And it's set to United States, which is one of the destination zones that we set. And if we left click on that, you'll see all the different zone names that we created under destination zones. Okay, I'm going to leave it set to United States. And then in the second column here, I'm going to set a rate for that particular zone. In this case, I'll set it to 8%. And that means that any zones created under United States is going to be taxed at a rate of 8%. Okay, and then anything that doesn't fall within that zone is going to be charged a 0% tax rate, which is other zones. Okay, so that is pretty much everything that you need to know at this point about setting up a destination zone in relationship to a tax. The last thing that you want to do is in the upper right hand corner of your screen, click on the save button and save the work that we completed. Okay, thanks for watching this tutorial from Cozy How To, your place for a snuggly warm learning experience. Have a great day.